The Legend of Slappy Hopper, an American Tall Tale. You've heard about Paul Bunyan, the greatest lumberjack of all time.
And you've heard about Pecos Bell, the greatest cowboy.
Now, let us tell you about the world's
Biggest,
fastest,
Bestest.
Sign painter.
That's me, Slappy Hopper.
you'd better believe Slappy was biggest. Why? He was 7 feet tall, with shoulders to match, and he weighed 300 pounds, even without his cap and coverall and brush and bucket.
And fastest.
Just give me an 8-inch brush.
Slip,
slope,
Slap.
The job is done.
And so smooth, you'd never see a brush stroke.
And you bet Slappy was this taste that was on account of his pictures.
No one else ever made them so true to life.
In fact, some folks said they were too true to life.
Slappy's trouble started with a huge red rose he painted on the sign for Rose's florist shop.
Slappy, it's so real.
Miss Rose, read the owner.
Why? I can just about smell the fragrance.
But a week later, Rose Red fluttered into Slappy's sign shop.
Slappy, that sign of yours was too good.
Too good?
That's right, the bees got wind of it and swarmed all over that rose. Try to get in. They scared all of my customers. That was bad enough. But wait till you see what happened now.
When they reached the florist's shop, Slappy saw the bees were gone, but the rose had withered and died.
No one buys from a florist with a withered flower on her sign. That's the last thing you'll for me, Slappy Hopper.
The story up around, but most folk just laugh and they still want Slappy to their signs.
His next job was to paint a billboard for the Eagle Messenger Service. Slappy painted an eagle 3 times, larger than life.
Amazing!
Said Mr. Baldwin, eagle.
It's so real. I could swear I saw it blink. Wait a minute. I didn't see it blink.
Then the bird flapped its wings and flew right off the billboard.
The sign was too good. That's the last time you'll work for me, Slappy Hooper.
Folks were getting scared to hire Slappy, but at last he got a job from the Sunshine Travel Agency.
Billboard was to show a man and a woman on a beach toasting under the sun. Slappy painted it the day after a big snowstorm.
Wonderful!
Said Mr. Ray Shanshan.
Why? The sun makes me feel hot. The snow on the sidewalk is melting.
But a couple of days later, Slappy got a call.
Slappy, your sign is too good. Get down here right away.
When Slappy arrived, he saw that the sidewalk and street in front of the billboard were covered with beach chairs. People sat around in swimsuits and sunglasses, sipping lemonade and splashing suntan lotion.
They're blocking traffic, and the mayor blames me. Besides, they won't need my travel agency if they take their vacation here. You've got to do something, Slappy.
So Slappy set up his gear and go to work. He painted the sun on the billboard much hotter. Before the long crowd was sweating buckets and complaining of the sunburn. Then everyone packed up and left.
Good work, Slappy. Oh, look at that.
The man and woman on the billboard were walking off too.
Just then, a leak of flame shot up the wall of building across the street. Slappy's sign had set it on fire. it a few minutes, fire truck clenched up and firefighter turned hoses on the flames.
Slappy, try something else.
Slappy got back to work. He painted a storm cloud across that sun, but he had to jump clear when the cloud shot bolts of lightning.
Then the storm broke.
Slappy's cloud rained so hard, the billboard overflowed and flood of Main Street.
Never again, Slappy Hoopers.
After that, no one on earth would hire Slappy. It looked as if his sign painting days were done.
Slappy felt so low. He made his mind to throw his paint kit in the river. He dragged it into the tallest bridge into town and was just about to shoot it when a voice thundered out beside him.
Don't jump that gear. Slappy, you're going to need it.
Right next to Slappy stood a man almost as big as Slappy himself. He wore a paint-spotted white coverall and a cap with two little angel wings sticking out. He carried an 8-inch brush.
Who are you?
I'm Michael from the Heavenly Sign Company. The boss has had an eye on you for some time, Slappy, and he likes your work. He's got a job for you, if you don't mind working in the rain.
Tell me about it.
We need someone to paint a rainbow this Wednesday. Most of the time, we handle all the rainbows ourselves. But it's going to rain in a bunch of places Wednesday, and we could sure use some help.
I'm your man.
Said Slappy.
That Wednesday morning, Slappy rained a cannon and set it in a big go posture. He tied 2 ropes to his scaffold, then ran the other ends toward a couple of skyhooks. Then loaded the skyhooks in the cannon and shot them straight up.
Boom.
Sure enough, the sky hooks caught on the sky.
Slappy felt the first raindrops. He piled all his paints and brushes into his scaffold, climbed on, and hoisted himself up, and up. He kept going till he was just under the clouds. Then he tied his ropes and started to paint.
Sleep!
Slow!
Slap!
He had only just finished when the sun popped through the clouds and lit up what he'd done.
There never was a finer rainbow. It had every color you could imagine, each one blending perfectly with the next.
And not a brush stroke in sight.
Just then Slappy felt a big jolt. He looked up to see what had caused it.
Oh no!
The sun had run smack into sky hooks.
Slappy shut his eyes and waited for the long drop to the ground, but it never came. When Slappy looked again, he saw why.
For heaven's sake!
Slappy's hooks had caught on the sun itself, and the sun was pulling his rig across the sky.
Now, another sign. Painter might have been frightened, but not Slappy Hopper. He was enjoying the ride.
He'd covered a good distance when Michael appeared on the scaffold beside him.
The boss liked your rainbow, Slappy.
You mean it wasn't too good?
If it isn't too good, it's not good enough. That's how we figure. Anyhow, now that you're here, the boss has another job for you. If you don't mind working odd hours.
Tell me about it.
It's the sunrise and sunset. I guess you know. The boss himself has been painting them since time began, but he's done it so long. He'd like to give someone else a chance.
I'm your man.
Said Slapper Hopper.
Slappy's been up there even since.
Of course, you can see him, with the sun so bright, but he's there all the same.
Night and day, the sun pulls Slappy and his rig around the world, and every time Slappy comes to a horizon, he reaches up with his 8 inches brush.
Sleep!
Slow.
Slap.
The job is done.
And never a brush stroke inside.